Okay, time for a new video. Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. This is yet another Eurovision 2025 related video here on my channel, and another reaction type video as well, because right now I'm about to check out, you see what I did there? In full, for the first time, Czechia's entry for the upcoming edition of the Eurovision Song Contest, which, as we all know, will take place this May in Basel, Switzerland. As always, you're very welcome to let me know your thoughts on anything I discuss in today's video by leaving a comment down below. And as always, there are links in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you so wish. So we've known about Czechia's representatives since last December, when the announcement was made as to who had been internally chosen to represent Czechia at this year's ESC. It is 29-year-old Slovakian-born Adonis, Adonxs, real name Adam Pavlovchin. He has studied in London, he's been a dancer, he's been a model, he is a champion of LGBTQ+ individuals. He has released 3 albums so far and a whole bunch of singles. He lives in Prague, and really he's dabbled in many different areas. And this song, which we've known about for some time as well, is called Kiss Kiss Goodbye. An acoustic version of this track was presented on February the 4th at all places, the semi-final of the Maltese national selection. Very bizarre. I heard that acoustic version, I thought it was pretty good, but now we have the real deal. Loads of people have been involved in the writing and composing of this particular track. The music video is now available on the official Eurovision Song Contest YouTube channel. I'm about to check it out in just a moment's time. Czechia, of course, debuted at Eurovision in 2007, finishing last in Helsinki in that mammoth semi-final, represented by Kabat with the song Maladama. In 2008, they didn't do much better, and in 2009, they did even worse. In 3 years of competing, Czechia finished with 10 points. That's quite something. Then they took years out, came back in 2015 with Hope Never Dies, performed by a male-female duo. Not bad. There were quite a few fans for this one at the Vienna staged competition that year, but in the end they didn't qualify, 13th place. Quite powerful. I've never really loved it myself, though. In 2016, What a Fine Ballad, I Stand by Gabriela Gunchikova, qualified for the final, which was fantastic. Then she was dumped on second in the running order. Not so great. The juries didn't love this as much as I thought they were going to. The public dished out absolutely nothing. 25th in the final, 41 points in total. A real shame, because it was a very fine ballad indeed. Then we have Martina Barta with My Turn. This was in Kyiv in 2017. Juries liked it, public not so much. Very low key, slightly jazzy, I would say, in terms of its sound. Anyway, 13th place in semi-final 1, I think it was, that year. 2018, we had Mikolas Josef with Lie to Me. Quite cheeky, very playful. This finished 6th. It is Czechia's best result thus far. This was the Lisbon staged competition. He had the rucksack on his back, busting some moves, some dancers with him as well. I have to say, I don't think this song is really spoken about a great deal these days. I would say 6th place is fairly generous for this tune, but it's not bad, certainly not bad at all. In 2019, we had Lake Malawi with Friend of a Friend. If you had told me when this song was revealed that it was going to go on to finish 2nd in its semi-final in Tel Aviv, my word, I would not have believed you. But that's exactly what happened. 11th in the final, doing much better with the juries than the public for whatever reason. Not a bad effort at all, slightly indie I would say in terms of its sound, but again, I don't really hear many people talk about it these days. Moving on, 2020 and 2021, we had 2 entries by Benny Cristo. In 2020, it was K Mama. Something a little bit different, certainly in terms of its sound. I do remember it standing out from the field a little bit, but it was never going to do that good had the contest gone ahead. And then in 2021 we had Oh My God, which finished 15th in semi-final 2, I believe it was, in Rotterdam. The studio version is very good. The music video is pretty cool as well. But the live performance was so underwhelming. It was such a crushing disappointment. Juries, I think it was a very low mark. And the public, it was 0. Can't quite remember. Anyway, he ended up with 23 points in total. In 2022, we had We Are Domi with Lights Off. This was great. Big grower for me over the course of that Eurovision season. Opened the final, closed semi-final 2, flashing lights everywhere, fantastic atmosphere. Vocally a little bit shaky. I think the lead singer was a bit unwell, so that's understandable. 22nd place in the final, really quite disappointing. In 2023 in Liverpool, we had My Sister's Crown by Vesna, performed in a variety of languages. 10th place, not too bad. Some people thought this was a strong contender for the win upon its release. Very empowering, very striking, I would say, very fierce, but not really in your face fierce. A very subtle fierceness, if you see what I mean. Anyway, pretty good stuff. The result wasn't too bad at all. But again, the juries liked it more than the public. And then last year in Malmö, we had Aiko with Pedestal. Much more of a rockier sound. The live performance at first was not great at that rather shoddily staged Czech national selection, which I'm sure many of us remember. At Eurovision, it was a lot more polished. Dancers on stage. It was really standing out, I would say. 11th place in semi-final 2. What a shame it didn't go through. Anyway, this time around, Kiss Kiss Goodbye by Adonis. So I've heard the song, but now it's time for the actual real deal Eurovision version. It's 3.5 minutes long. The music video doesn't matter much. What I'm watching won't be in the bottom corner of the video you're watching. That's the way it usually is, and chances are you've seen this by now anyway. At the time of this recording, it has had just under 13,500 views. Here we go. Let me know what you think about this entry, because I think it could be a slice of quality. Here we go. Jogging on the spot. Looks like some sort of laboratory. Time machine. Where's the DeLorean? Oh. Very deep. We're sort of straight into this. Very powerful straight away. It's reminding me a little bit of Belgium last year. Now it's pared back a little bit, instrumentally. Haunting vocals there. Okay. I'm liking the sort of choral element we've got in the background, repeating the title of the song after him. This is solid stuff. I'm about halfway through. This is good. You know, I'm not bored by it. It has a little bit of momentum. It has a little bit of vigour to it. I feel like I have heard things like this before, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Nice vocals. Interesting video. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the staging for this. Alone on stage, maybe. Couple of backing singers off to one side, but you can't really see them. Smoke machine really kicking in. Yeah, camera panning around him. I think there will be quite a few comparisons to Belgium's entry last year. Obviously not quite the same, but maybe in the same sort of realm. Oh, now he's all disorientated. Yeah. I wonder how this is going to be staged. I really do, because it's one of those entries at Eurovision where it's not massively up-tempo, it's not really a ballad, it's in the middle. And getting staging right for those types of tracks we've seen many countries mess it up. So I am intrigued to see how this is going to come across live. But yes, here he is jogging away, and now he's all a bit confused. Okay, all of a sudden, it's become more funky and there's a dance break. This is not necessary at all, if you ask me. Oh, hang on a minute. This is out of place. This is a bit out of place with what the rest of the song is doing, in terms of its sound as well. And now we're back to how it was. So it's almost as if that dance break is... I don't know. It's almost... I mean, it just seems so out of place in the video as well. Maybe I'm missing something. And I have to say, with dance breaks, I do wonder how necessary they really are in any song, or whether they are just there to fill some time. Otherwise, this is not too bad. It's almost as if that dance break was a letting loose moment. And I suppose this is the winning type moment at the end here, letting the vocals really shine through. Oh. This is pretty cool. Like we're travelling through a painting here. Well, that's it. I have to say, I wasn't really sure what the hell was going on with that music video at all. Couldn't really follow it. Maybe that's just me. What we have here, then, is a very credible effort indeed by a more than capable vocalist who I'm sure is going to nail this live. The dance break is really out of place. And I'm not sure that's necessary at all. It feels really different from the rest of the song. I don't know if that's the intention, but it feels to me as though it's being thrown in just for the hell of it. So I do have slight concerns about that. It takes me away from what is a relatively impactful track. That dance break, it's as though we're just transported back in time to some disco in the 80s almost for a few seconds. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway... I like that. If I had to give it a score out of 10, 1 being dreadful, 10 being sensational, maybe a 7. I think that's fair. Let's take a look at some of the comments. This song is just a masterpiece. Winner potential. I think it's in with a good shot of doing well. I really do. I mean, apart from the dance break, everything else is really solid. Winner vibe. Adonis for the win. Such a beautiful song. Yeah, loads of people are loving this. Loads of people are loving this. Somebody's talking about the music video. I'll look more into that shortly. Yeah. A lot of people are loving this. He's a very, very popular representative. Nobody's really talking... Without a dance break, it'd be even more epic. Yeah, I think it would. I think it would. Not people complaining about 5 seconds of dance break. Well, I'm not complaining about it. I just don't really see why it's there. And it's not the worst dance break I've ever heard. That's for sure. Anyway, let me know what you think about Kiss Kiss Goodbye. That could be the title of a James Bond film, could it not? Maybe Adonis is the next Bond, who knows? That would be quite the choice. But yeah, let me know what you think about Kiss Kiss Goodbye by Adonis, Czechia's entry for Eurovision 2025. There's only a few more songs to go now, and I will be reacting to more of them as and when. Until next time, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye for now.